This is the former teacher found guilty of abducting a schoolgirl to satisfy his carnal lusts.
As a teacher, he was in a position of responsibility, authority and trust over the children in his care, which included this 15-year-old vulnerable victim. Jeremy Forrest grossly abused the trust placed in him. His actions caused distress and anxiety amongst parents, family members and the school community.
Last September, 30-year-old Jeremy Forrest was caught on CCTV taking the 15-year-old pupil on a ferry from Dover to Calais. He then spent 7 days on the run. The girl was 14 when they first kissed in a classroom here at Bishop Bell Church of England School in Eastbourne. Now 16, she chose to give evidence in person in court. The pair smiled at one another as she said he'd supported her when she was going through a difficult time and they'd fallen in love. Jeremy Forrest would bring the 15-year-old schoolgirl here to the house he shared with his wife. When she was away, they would have sex in the spare room. The girl would tell her mother she was staying with friends, when in fact she was spending the night with Jeremy Forrest here or in local hotels. The defence claimed Forrest had only gone with the girl to France because he feared she was suicidal after the police had found out about their affair.
Nothing detracts from the fact that this was an abduction. The law clearly states that it is an offence to remove a child from the care of their parents or lawful guardian without the adult's consent. Add to that the torment and anguish that the victim's family went through while they were gone. It is a parent's worst nightmare to have their child abducted and to not know whether they will even see them again.
I feel steady till I lose my feet.
A keen musician, the prosecution say Forrest was flattered by the attention of a young, vulnerable girl and driven by a desire to have young sexual flesh. A married man and a figure of authority who took advantage of his position. And today the jury agreed, finding Jeremy Forrest guilty of child abduction. Becca Barry, 5 News, Lewis Crown Court.